Hi, good morning all. So today we are started with the SQL classes. What are the classes? SQL. What are the
Where
classes?
class, where class, group by class,
Where
having
group by having order by
Okay.
from
Okay, correct. So now we are dealing with group by class. So within this group by class, so what we are going grouping the required information, and from them we are getting the extra information. So suppose department number is there. So in the department number, so we have the department number 10, 20, 30. So within this, we are grouping the all the information. So based on that, we are getting the sum of the salaries or count of the employees in this department. So now the requirement is display department number and total number of employees working in each department. So how will you write this query? Select DEPT number, comma, what is our requirement? So in each department, how many employees are working? Then we have to use the count star. Okay. Same way, if I want uh, department wise total salary also, then sum of the salary. Okay. For this, you can mention the department wise salaries, and for this you can mention total number of employees. Okay. So when so this is the columns. Okay. These are the columns we are giving, and for this each one we are giving some alias name here. This is the existing column, and this is the aggregate function columns. Okay. So this aggregate function, it is not available in this table actually. Okay. EMP. So whenever we are using the, suppose if I am not using this department number, so only if I want to use the sum of the salaries count star, then what you will get? So total salary, sum of the salary means entire table wise it is giving the total salary, and count star means total table wise it is giving the total number of employees. Suppose I want to department wise, then I have to use this department number, and so whenever you are using the extra columns beside the aggregate function, we must give the group by class. So group by DEPT number. So then it is given department number and department wise salary and department number wise total number of employees. Same way, you can use this order by. Order by, you can say 1, then we will consider as a department number. Otherwise, you can mention this DEPT number. So we are grouping the existing information from this employee table using this department number wise. Suppose I want to job wise, then simply you can replace here job. So here also we need to change this. You can change it to 1 here. Here also you need to change. Suppose if I give group by 1, then it won't allow you. But in the within the order by class only, you can give the column position here. But in the group by class, we have to mention the column name here. Now we are having the some details in the employee table. I want some information, that is how many employees are joined in this year wise. Okay. So someone tell me how can I take the inputs for this. So year wise means where is the data in the employee table? Okay. How many employees are joined in the each year? Year wise number of employees I want to display here. So that will be available in the hide date column. Okay. Joining date will be in the hide date column. And we have to consider hide date, comma, count star. From EMP. Group by hide date. Correct? It is giving like this. So hide date is giving here count. It is giving here 1, 2, 1, 1 like this. But I want year wise. So here if you see this is the 81 year is there, 82, 83, 80 it is there, 82, 81 like this. But year wise, I want only year wise. Here it is coming the date and month, year wise it is coming. I want only based on the year only. So then we have to use the to care of hire date, comma, only I need year here. So then we have to use the y format. And same thing can be given in this group by class also. Okay. Select took care of hire date, comma, y, comma, count star from EMP group by took care of hire date, or you can and also order by you can give here if required. Order by you can say 1. So then I got the exact information year wise. So 1980 we have single joining. 1981 we have the 10 employees joined here. 1982 2. 1983 1 like this. But before that how we got it? Date wise, date, month and year wise it is displayed. But actual requirement is I want only year wise. So then we have to convert the existing information into our required information. Okay. So in the hide date column, we have the date, month, year wise, year total, complete date it is there. But I want only year from this hide date, so that I need to convert this hide date into to care of hide date, comma, y. Same way, suppose I want to use the department wise total salaries where department number is equals to 10 or 20. Okay. So my next requirement is how to use this where class with along with the group by class. Okay. Department wise total salaries where department number is equals to 20 or 10. Select the EPT number, comma, sum of salary. Sum of salary from EMP where the EPT number in 10, 20. So again, if I execute till now, what will happen? It will throw the error. Compulsory, you have to write the group by class. How will you say it is a group by class? We have to use the group by class based on what?
Sum is there.
So here, don't say sum or average. So this is the aggregate function. We are using the aggregate function here, so that we have to use the group by class. Aggregate function, or we can say grouping function. Group by DEPT number. So then department number 20 and 10 total salaries it is coming. So what is the difference between the previous example here? We have taken this. So here DEPT number, here also DEPT. So for this and for this, what is the difference here? Okay. So here we are not using any where clause condition. So total department number wise, we are grouping here and displaying the total sum and count. How many employees are there? But here we are checking that condition where clause. Within this where clause, we are limiting the department wise department number here. Okay. So within this 20 and 10 and 20 only, we are verifying this. But in the previous example, here we are considering entire department number, so that we are getting the 10, 20, 30, all it is getting. But whereas in this, we are getting only department number 10 and 20 here. So if we comment it, then you'll get again all the department here. Okay. So within the group by also, we are scrutinizing this or limiting the output to required information. Okay. Same way you can have the pivot as table. So we have this select a type lookup code, comma count star from pivot as all group by type lookup code. So RF keys, 7 numbers are there. Contact 144, blanket 708, quotation 14, and standard 23,790, 23,079. Okay. Suppose here also I want to scrutinize. Then here we can use the where type lookup code is equals to, I want to say blanket only. Then what will happen? So only blanket and count star. What is the count in this blanket it will receive? So our type lookup code in, if you say not exactly one, so in RFQ comma blanket. So what will happen? So instead of getting all the information, only we are restricting this output to only request for quotation and blanket. Okay. So we have the one more table, that is AP invoice all. So from that I want the total invoice amount. So then select sum of invoice underscore amount. From AP invoice as all. Okay. This is the total invoice amount I am getting from this AP invoice table. Suppose if you want to currency, so you can add the currency also here. code, sorry, invoice currency code. that is. So invoice currency code, comma, sum of invoice amount from AP invoices all. Then you can have the group by same invoice currency code. So this is the currency. Each currency wise, it is giving the total sum here. Okay. So USD this much, Canada, MXP. Okay. Like this, different countries. Currency code here. So based on that, it is getting the invoice amount. Then we have the one more table. Organization code is there from the MTL operations, sorry, MTL parameters. So select organization code, comma, count star from MTL parameters group by organization code. These are the organization codes here. And count star means this how many it is there. Okay. So what we are doing with the group by class? We are grouping the information based on the our requirement. So within that group by class, after grouping the information, again we are scrutinizing using the where class condition or using this aggregate functions here, count star or sum or maximum, minimum, average. So next we have the having clause. So why we use the having clause? So having clause added to the SQL because where clause could not be used with the aggregate functions. It is used to specify the conditions and aggregate functions. It is always used along with the group by clause only. It is used to filter the data from grouping data based on the conditions. Filtering rows after the grouping data in the table. It can be used all along with the group by clause. It is similar to the where clause condition, but it is used along with the group by function only. So group functions cannot be used in the where clause condition. So this is the syntax for the having is select column name 1, column name 2, and after that aggregate function name 1 from table name group by column name 1, column name 2, and having filtering condition here. So why? Because within this where clause, so we cannot use the grouping function. That is aggregate functions we cannot use in this where clause, so that we have to use the having clause. And suppose if I say select a EPT number, comma, sum of salary from EMP, where sum of salary greater than 9,000 if I say. What will happen here? So it is a group function. We have to use the group by clause also. Group by the EPT number. So when I execute this, still it is getting the error here. Group function is not allowed here. When you are not using the group by clause here, what it is saying? Be saying group function not allowed here. Okay. So that means within the where clause, this aggregate functions we cannot use. Okay. So I want to display the sum of the salary if it is greater than 9,000 only within this department number. So then how can I use? When I use this where clause here, it is throwing the error. Okay. So then we can use the another method, or you can use one is equals to 1 and some salary greater than 9,000. Then also you'll get the error here. So that means within this where clause condition and below this, we cannot use the sum salary, that aggregate function. We cannot use like this. Okay. So to exactly get the sum of the salary greater than 9,000 only, so you have to use the having clause here. Select the EPT number, comma, sum of salary from EMP. So where 1 is equals to 1, I will say here, and group by the EPT number. After that, having. Okay, having sum of the salary greater than 9,000. Okay, this is where 1 is equals to 1 also is the optional. Okay, so select a department number, sum of salary from EMP, group by department number, having sum of the salary greater than 9,000. So that means we are getting only 2 records here. Within those 2 records, what it is doing? So first it is grouping the department number wise. Okay, all the department number 20 and 30 it is grouping here, and within that salary, sum of the salary it is counting here. Okay, so here what is happening? So where clause, within the where clause we cannot use the aggregate function, so that we have to use the having. So suppose if I write the having clause here, then also it is working here. Okay, so along with the group by function only, we have to write that having clause. Okay, so without writing this group by function, you cannot use the having clause directly. Then it will throw the error, not a single group function. So whenever you are using the aggregate functions, you have to use the group by clause. And if you want to use the, or if you want to filter the information which came into this group by clause, then you have to use the having clause. Suppose if I want to display this department wise total salaries, where department number is equal to 20, 10 or 20, and sum of salary greater than 9,000. Okay, so I want to display the department number wise salaries, but whether the department number it is 10 or 20 and sum of the salary greater than 9,000 only. Then how can you write this? Select the EPT number, comma, sum of salary from EMP. Now where the EPT number in 10, 20. If I say again, and sum of salary greater than 9,000, group by the EPT number. Okay, suppose if I write like this, again it will throw the error here. So then we should not use this condition here. We have to use the having sum of salary greater than 9,000. Then you will get the information. So first it is getting the information using the grouping, that is department number wise. So again, it is filtering here within the department number 10 and 20, and within this group by department number having some salary greater than 9,000, then it is limiting to only one record here. Okay. Suppose if I say department number 30 here, then you'll get the 2 records here. So suppose if we execute up to here only, what will happen? So department number 10, department number 20, both are coming. But after that, within this data, I want to filter if it is more than 9,000, then we have to use the having clause here. Having sum of salary greater than 9,000, then it is limiting to this only first record, that is department number 20 record only. Okay. So after grouping, if you want to use the filter conditions, then you have to use the having clause only. Any doubts? Okay. So next we go on to order by clause. Okay. So it is used to make the data in some order, that is either ascending order or in the descending order. Okay. So it is used to order by clause is used to make the data in some either ascending order or in the descending order. It is used to arrange the select statement output in ascending order or descending order. By default, order by clause arrange values in the ascending order. But if you want to arrange values in descending order, we have to use the DESC keyword. By default, it will be in the ascending order. So if you want to use the in the descending order, you have to use the DESC. And order by clause must be the last in the statement. Okay. Within the select statement, it should be in the last. Swati is asking, sir, please tell difference between order by and having clause. Okay. So having clause is to filter the data once you after getting the group by information. Okay. Suppose if you are getting the information up to here. So whenever without having, so I will comment it this. Okay. So when you are using the group by clause, what you are getting? Select department number, comma, sum of salary from EMP, where department number in 10, comma 20. So here we are getting the information for the department number wise and sum of the salaries. On top of this, whatever the output it is there now, on top of this means on this data, I want to use the filtering condition. That is where sum of the salary greater than 9,000 or sum of the salary is greater than 5,000, like that. Okay. This is coming from the aggregate function only. Okay. This information is coming after using the group by clause only. Okay. So before that, this information is not available in the table. Table, what is the information? Only salary it is there in the table. Okay. That salaries we are grouping into department number wise. Okay. So once it is grouping into department number wise, so total salaries I am finding here. Okay. So on the total salaries, I want to filter again. Then I have to use the having clause. Okay. So once after getting the group by information, so on that group by information, if you want to use the filtering condition, that is, so you want to restrict the output, then you can use the having clause. Okay. So now how generally, suppose select star from EMP is there. what we are getting, all the information we are getting here. So I want to scrutinize this and only limit the output to the only department number 10. Then what I have to do, where PEPT number is equals to 10. So what it is happening, where class what it is doing, filtering the existing data and giving the output only for the department number 10. Okay, this is the filtering condition. Where clause is the, it will filter the existing data and it is limiting the output here. Same way when you are using the group by clause, what we are getting, select DEPT number, comma, sum of salary from EMP. Group by DEPT number. So how we are getting? So we are getting the all the information here based on the department number wise grouping. Okay. So once after getting this information on this column, so we are getting the information after executing this query only. So after executing this query, we are getting this information on this data. So if I want to filter it again, then I cannot use the where clause here. So where sum of salary greater than, if we say 9,000 or 9,500. So it will throw the error. So where class you cannot use the aggregate functions here. Suppose it should be in the after the from. So here where sum of the salary greater than 9,500 means it is throwing the error. Okay, this is the wrong syntax here. So that what I have to do, I have to use this having class. Having sum of salary greater than 9,500. Then I'm getting only one record here. So if you execute till now, I'm getting this 3 records. On these 3 records again I want to filter. Then again I'm using the having class. Okay. So here we cannot use the where clause condition to filter this data. Once after getting the grouping information output here, on that we cannot use the where clause to filter it again here. Only you can use the having clause. Got it? Understood?
Tell me one more example.
Hello?
One more example, please. One more example, please, sir.
We want one more example here. Okay. Suppose select a DEPT number, comma, say max salary from EMP group by DEPT number. So here if we say in each department maximum salaries I am getting. Department number 10, 5,000, department number 20, 3,000, department number 30, 2850. So now if I want to say I want the information within this only if it is more than 3,000. Then how will you use this? You cannot use the where clause condition here. Then only you have to use the having max of salary greater than 3,000. Then we are getting the only department number 10 and max salary here. Suppose if you say minimum salary here,